A very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, the 14th of November 2018, and a very warm welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. Was anyone early enough to see the brand new Bracknell opening video this morning? No? I suppose you all arrived, minutes up. I was up all night doing that until 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much. There's a brand new opening video for down here in Bracknell. As you know, I made a new video for when I'm up in Lincolnshire, and there's one from down here. So there's a different one. So you know where I am, basically. So there's a new one for down here, which shows sort of all little bits and pieces in the area. Just a few little bits and pieces that are sort of near my house and around in the sort of area. And the same with up in Lincolnshire, where I've got the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. The caravan, yes. So there's all little bits out there which you've already seen. So there's a brand new opening video. Did anyone see it? Was anyone up early enough to see that? No. We'll keep an eye out that for tomorrow, because that's what we'll be starting with the shows down here, okay? I didn't have a good sleep last night. Whether or not it was because I was up late doing my video, because once I've started something, I don't know about you, once I've started something, I like to finish it, and I sat here and it didn't take as long as it used to. I remember when I first started doing those opening videos, they would take me 5, 6, 7 hours. Now I've got it down to about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It takes, and what you do is take lots of little clips of bits and pieces. You take many, many more than you actually need, because you don't really know what they look like until you get them on the computer. Little video clips, and think, oh no, I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, that one I do. And you pick them and put them in, and I always take, I suppose, if you were taking, I mean, I don't take 100, but if you were taking 100 video clips, probably use about 15 of them. And you've got all these other bits and pieces scattered around on your computer screen. And it's just a case of, and I told you before how I do this. I've already got the tune in my head, and I decided to stick with the tune that we've got at the moment, okay? So I've got this tune in my head, and then when I go out with a camera and I see things, and think, yeah, that will go with that bit of music, or that will go with that bit. Do you see what I mean? And that's just in my head. It's nothing written down or anything. So I happily snap away with the camera and put them all together afterwards. And that's how it works. So as I say, I was up till 2 in the morning. If you missed it this morning, you can get shit back on playback once we finish the show. Or, of course, watch tomorrow's. All right? Looks like another it was a beautiful day yesterday. Oh, my word. What a lovely day yesterday. And we've got it again today. Once again, I'm looking out my window. It's blue skies. In fact, I'm going to open the window. Just a moment. I'm going to open that window this morning. One moment. I'll open the window. There we are. That's nice. It's a bit warm in here. I'll open the window again. And yesterday, I spent quite a lot of time on my bicycle yesterday doing various bits and pieces, which I'll tell you about in a minute. First of all, let's do the messages. Good morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Who's watching the show. How's your back and ankle? How is Martin? Thank you. Maureen's seen the new startup film from Bracknell. Well done, Maureen. See, she's there. She's there on time. Never lets me down, Maureen. She gave me a penguin on Monday. I pop up a penguin. I pick up a penguin. When you pick up a penguin, pop up a penguin. I can do that. Tongue twisters. Tongue twisters. That's what it's all about. And Maureen wants to know how Martin is. He's all right, actually. He's back home now. My sister's husband is now back home. I am pleased to report. I know a couple of you wanted to know. I'll come to your other messages in a moment or two, all right, my darlings? Thank you, Maureen. I'm glad you liked the new startup video. And apologies to those of you that sent a text on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. I just sometimes I forget to pick up the text phone. And I'm chatting away here, and then I see on the messages on the computer and do my stories and things like that. And I completely forget that I've got a text phone next to me for you to send in your texts on the number up there, 07551259675. So sorry about that. Simon writes in that I should be a weatherman because every day I bring a warm front and sunshine into our lives, and on days when you have no shows you bring floods of tears to millions of viewers. Is that right, when I'm not here? Do you go into like a dark depression or something like that? Don't take the pills. Have counselling, but don't take the pills. You don't want those depression tablets, dear. And Simon says, on the subject of the guy, the chap, the pensioner who wants to identify himself as being 20 years younger than he is, he said he would have more success as identify himself as an idiot. I think you might be right there, Simon. Thank you very much, Simon, for that. All right. Where should we go? Let's do Facebook Live first this morning. First message of the day in from Dr. SOS Gregorian. Good morning to you on this happy Wednesday morning. And it is a happy day. We've got an outing tonight. An outing. I'll tell you about it later. Good morning to Miriam. Morning, Miriam. First time here, I think. Diane Jebb is in the house. Good morning, lovely Diane. Ray Reynolds, international, is there. Good morning, Ray. Christian, I beg your pardon. Christian, what's that say? Wincar. Is that how you say it? Wincar. Good morning to you, sir. Vishal. Good morning, Vishal. Dr. SRS Gregorian, he's a karaoke singer, and on Sunday he sang Lady in the Red, but changed the lyrics to be. What, as in baby in red? 'Cause you're my baby, and you are my man. What a depressing song. Oh, don't come to my karaoke and sing that one, or any of those other depressing ballads that you do, dear. People don't want to hear ballads. It's only you that wants to sing them. So many people, they think everyone wants to sit there and be depressed all blooming night long. Worst one is My Way. And now the end is near. Yeah, it is. Get off. Hello to the lovely Merlin. I hope you're enjoying living in London now, Merlin. I hope you're walking around with masks. You need to walk around with masks, dear, to stop the pollution getting into those young lungs of yours. Hello to Michael Lawrence. Morning, Michael. Heather Clare. Good morning, young Heather Clare Lander. Christina Ewing. Hello. Who's in Germany. Good morning. I don't do German. I can't speak any German whatsoever, Christina. So sorry about that, darling. I can't speak to you in German. She's nearly done all her German projects and then back to the land of scones and tea. Oh. We do like a scone. Actually, the woman who did the readings at church on Sunday, she said, I can't remember what it was, some passage in one of the readings, and she said scone, which of course is completely incorrect. It's scone. It's not scone. You know, when you're scone, oh, you're scone now. Is he gone? Has he gone? You know, it's gone. No, scone. Anyone who's watching throughout the world, if you ever get invited to scones and tea, SCONES, is said scones. Make sure you say scones and not scone. Scone is incorrect. If anyone tells you otherwise, you just tell them. Chris Reardon from United Kingdom Talk, the most popular television programme in the entire world, told us it was scone. So you are wrong. You just tell them. You are wrong, especially a millennial. Millennials basically have no understanding of life or humour whatsoever, I'm afraid, boys and girls. So you just... I wouldn't bother talking to one of them if I were you. You don't want to be talking to millennials. It really isn't a nice experience. They do all sorts of things. They don't get senses of humour. They report you to Facebook for saying things that you thought were funny, but they didn't. And then you get a ban from Facebook. It's terrible. Please don't upset yourself and start talking to millennials anywhere. If you see them in a checkout and they try and talk to you, just completely ignore them, pay the money and get out as quickly as possible. They're very, very dangerous, dear. Watch out for millennials, okay? Early 30-somethings. There's one at the swimming pool. I mentioned this on Monday, who's been trying to get the lads into trouble in the swimming pool. But if you missed the show on Monday, let me just tell you quickly what's been happening there. He keeps reporting things. He's only been a member about 2 or 3 weeks, and he started reporting things. One of the things he reported... Now, how sad is this, right? Do you know what he did? Now, in the shower cubicles, I did tell you this Monday, I know, but there's some people that don't know. In the shower cubicles, we have these things of soap, you know, soap dispensers, and they got a little lock on the top. Now, whether or not it's locked on the top makes no difference whatsoever to you, the customer. In fact, really shouldn't tell you this. I'm gonna whisper this so no one can hear. Come here. In fact, when it's not locked on the top, it's a lot easier, right? Because you can just scoop out the soap like that. Scoop it. I like the word scoop. You scoop it out. If it's locked, you've got to push the button, right? It's just a complete and utter pain. A little bit comes out. And sometimes, if you push it, and it can splash in your eye. Oh, that's enough painful. That's really painful. Soap in the eye, isn't it? Have you done that? There's a lot of things that get in your eyes sometimes, and it stings like hell, doesn't it, ladies? Oh, it's awful. Yeah. The soap in the eye, very, very painful indeed. Okay? Anyway, to you, the customer, generally, no, in fact, to you, the customer, it makes no difference whatsoever whether that little thing on the top is locked. This sado has been going into the showers, right, with his mobile phone, videoing the fact that sometimes they're not locked and then sending it to the area manager just to get the kids in trouble. How sad and lonely is that? I mean, what sort of life does that bloke lead? I found it. They're not allowed to... Obviously, they found out who it is. They know who it is. They've seen his picture, but they wouldn't show me. Wouldn't show me his picture. Because I would bloody well tell him, have you got anything better to do with your life than report people who are on very low pay for doing things, perhaps not quite correctly, but it doesn't affect your life, does it? You know, if it was a case of perhaps propping open a fire door or something like that, yeah, I get that. But even then, I would go and tell the manager. You wouldn't write to area head office. What? How sad. You're sick, sick man. What a sick, sick man. And I found out his age, millennial. Says it all, doesn't it? It's a millennial. Oh, yes. It's a blooming millennial. That's what it is. Dear, dear me. So that's the sado there. Good morning to Katie Patterson, who is in Australia. Good morning to you, Katie. Or in your case, good evening. I love Australia. Been there 5 times. Oh, so much family in Australia. Merlin is back in hospital with a bad chest infection. Oh, well, Merlin. Oh, that'd be due to the fumes in London. I told you should never have moved to London, dear. You will have a permanent chest infection now. My mate's got one at the moment as well. He keeps picking them up really bad. He says his chest feels like it's burning. And he's suffering at the moment, my best mate, yeah. Merlin's got plans for today. Oh, what are you doing today, Merlin? Let us know. Look, they're all wishing you a speedy recovery. Good morning to Tony Power. Welcome along to you, Tony. And is that all the messages? Okay. Over on YouTube then, let's say hello to people on YouTube this morning. We have John Parrish, who wants to know how Martin is. He's out of hospital now and resting and recovering at home, although he was straight on the computer, apparently, when he got back from the hospital yesterday. So he's pleased to be out of hospital with the antibiotics. The temperature's come down now, so I suppose the water infection has been is that a word? Uninfected? He has become uninfected, yes. Uninfected. Good morning to Paul Mosley. Claire is there. Morning, young Claire. Hope you're well today. There we are. Hassan is there on Periscope. Good morning, Hassan. Welcome to our show. What's my view on Brexit? Yes, I think we should have Brexit. I think we should leave the European Union. And my reasons for that is I object to being ruled from by another country. That's my reasons for breakfast. Breakfast, yes. I object to being ruled by another country. That's my reason for breakfast. No other reason at all. Don't want to send people back to the various different countries. Nope, incorrect. Not racist whatsoever. I simply do not wish to be ruled from another country. And that's my reason on the Brexit thing. Okay. Morning, Christopher. What does that mean, Roy? Christopher. What's Christopher? Why are you being ignored? Offended. The OAP millennial Christopher. Why are you being ignored, Roy? Did you send a message that I haven't read out? Let's see. You can't expect me to read out every single bloody message you read out. Good morning, Heather. I think I said hello. I can't read out every single message you write. It's not like a two-way conversation we're having, Roy. You know, I think you have put more messages through than everyone else. Are you taking the mick? Oh, dear me. Tony says, I think we should have breakfast, Chris. No, Tony, I think we've missed that window of opportunity, which would have been there for you about 30 years ago, lovey, but isn't now. Sorry about that, old boy. No breakfast with me. Katie's got a pet turkey. Have you really? Trevor the pet turkey. Oh, no. You're not going to... Not at Christmas. Please don't tell me that you're going to, at Christmas. Please don't tell me that. You got to look after those things. Dear me. Shut up, Tony. She's got a pet turkey. Chickens make really good pets as well. I don't know about you, Katie. I'm a vegetarian myself. I don't eat anything with a face. I do not eat... Oh, the light's on in here. It looks a bit dark in here today. I don't eat anything with a face at all. Not chickens make really good pets. I've seen many, many YouTube videos of chicken. In fact, my mate was on holiday a little while ago. He is a chicken eater. He is a dead animal eater, Katie. Do you eat dead animals? People say, oh, don't say it like that. It's meat. No, it's not. It's a dead animal. It's a dead animal. Why are you eating dead animals, dear? Bad for you. My mate was on holiday and there were chickens. There were chickens running around in this place. I can't remember where he was now. Turkey, that was it. He was in Turkey and there were these chickens and this chicken befriended him. And he said, I have a real problem eating chicken now because this chicken... I said, they are very friendly creatures, chickens. If you've got them running around in the house, you can get little nappies for them. Did you know that? Yes! I kid you not, you can get chicken nappies or chicken diapers if you're in America. And you put them on their little bums and they catch all the poo. Marvellous. I've tried one myself. Doesn't work so much, though, because a little bit more comes out of me than what comes out of a chicken. Which was very embarrassing when I was in the supermarket the other day, but never mind. Roy says one of his goldfish has died. I thought he was enjoying being taken for a walk. Oh, no, Michael eats turkeys. No, Michael. Well, there's nothing wrong with a nice carrot. You got that lovely carrot on the Audi adverts at the moment. Kevin the Carrot from the Audi adverts. We love it. Have you seen it? Where they're taking the rise out of... at the Coca-Cola lorry, aren't they? Oh, the Coca-Cola... Oh, wow, we're really upset. We're really upset. Audi's taking the mick out of our lorry. Do me a favour, get real, will you? Listen, Kayla, good morning. Kayla, turkey is gross. Yeah, Kayla don't like turkey. Poor little things. Cutting their heads off and beaks and eating them on Christmas Day. No, very bad. Have a nice nut cutlet or a nut roast. Oh, delicious. A nut roast. My mate Wayne, he makes a nut roast. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. We want more nut roasts and non-dead animal eating, please, if you don't mind me saying so. All right? Kevin, thank you. Kevin sends through a picture of a carrot. Thank you, Kevin. Merlin was staying at a farm in Italy with chickens one evening. The host said, oh, we're having chicken tonight. He took me outside and said, pick one. Oh, no. That's awful. I hope you didn't. Oh, no, dear. You can't pick a chicken. How can you eat something that you've just been watched walking around and being friendly and nice to people? Awful. Awful. All right. So, Monday, you remember my plumber Monday? I said my plumber, he didn't turn up. My plumber never came. Now, admittedly, give him his due, he rang me at about 11:45. And he said, I can't get there till about 1:45. Is that okay? And I said, yes, that's fine. Well, at 1:30, 1:45, I rang up and said, well, you can't come now. I said, I've got to go to work. I didn't have to go to work, right? But I go to sleep at 2:00. Now, if the plumber gets there at 2:00, I can't get to sleep at 2:00. So I cancelled him. He apologised profusely. He said he got stuck somewhere, which I completely understand that. I've been with the same plumbing firm now for years, actually, and they've never let me down. It was just a boiler service. There's nothing wrong here. So I accepted that, and he's going to come again on Friday. So quite pleased about that. But, of course, it mucks up your day when people turn up. I understand that with plumbers, building type people, I understand that sometimes the appointment or 2 appointments before you can go wrong, and like a 10-minute appointment can turn into 2 or 3 hours. That's just the nature of the job, and I accept that. So, yeah, I'll let that go. Of course, unfortunately, because I was waiting for him, I couldn't go swimming, I couldn't go down the shops, couldn't do anything like that except hoover the house. So the house has had a good hoover. First time for weeks. I hoovered the house. What else did I do? I cut the grass as well. I know. 2nd week in November, the blooming grass is growing again. And I filled up 2 lots of, you know, the mower. You know that thing what collects all the bits of grass? I filled that up twice. Yes. Grass is still growing. It looks lovely once it's been cut. Because, of course, all the nice weather, as I say. Then I made a lasagna. Or I had some more of my lasagna, which I cooked on Sunday. Now, the first time I've ever made lasagna, and it kind of turned out all right. Kind of. Now, I did it in the slow cooker, right? So you layer, and it's vegetables and an item called Quorn, Quorn. So you put that in the bowl, mix it with that tomato passata stuff, and there's garlic in there, whole thing of garlic. A whole bag. I know I'm cheap with the garlic. I buy frozen garlic, cut the packet open and just pour it into the bowl. Mixed it all up. Layers of stuff in the bottom of the slow cooker. Turned it on. Now, it cooked, but it was a bit sloppy. It was a bit sloppy. I'll have to say that. And that's probably because it was done in a slow cooker. You know? The layers of pasta on the top were just soggy and soft. Not like when you put it in an oven. Now, my niece, when I told her this, informs me that if you put a tea towel in between the top, in between the lid on the top and the thing, so you put it in between the lid and the top of the slow cooker, apparently it soaks up a lot of the moisture that you get going on the top of the slow cooker, and then it drips back down. So that might be the answer there. I think, though, the next lasagna I'll probably just do in the oven. Because it didn't quite... I mean, it was edible. It was all cooked. It was quite nice. But it just didn't seem right. Of course, if you put one in the oven, the top will go all crispy, won't it? We like crispy. We like crispy, so it didn't quite work out. But nevertheless, that's what I had for lunch on Monday and again yesterday as well, because I had a load of it left over. Then I went and did my karaoke on Monday night at Central Station. I host 2 karaokes. One's on Monday and one's on Friday, both at Central Station in Wharfdale Road in King's Cross. And that worked out well. My friend Paul Dow, I went over to talk to him and he took a step back. He said, "Oh, you've been eating garlic?" I said, "Well, yeah." See, because I do use a lot of it. I put whatever I'm cooking, then I open a whole bag of garlic and just pour the whole thing in. So he gave me, what was it, a Lucozade tablet. Not a tablet, a sweet. He gave me a Lucozade sweet, which he said would absorb the smell of garlic. Which is funny. The mints didn't help at all. I'd already had, I was a kind of, I wonder if I've got garlic bread. I'll have a few mints. And I had those S-mints. You know, those S-mints? Well, I must have had about 5 of those before I went over and spoke to Paul. He said it was really bad. The garlic breath. Isn't it awful when someone tries to kiss you with garlic bread? Not that that's happened to me for a few years now. Oh, I've had a kiss for ages. What about you? You know, proper kiss. Not that. You know, not that what you give to your family or your mum and dad or, you know, your sister or your... Not one of those. One of those. That's what I want. I ain't had one of those for ages. Who wants to give me one of those? One of those proper kiss, you know. You know, hands on the head so that they can't escape back again. Not the good thing to do if you've just had garlic, which Paul informed me. So the S-mints were a complete waste of time. Couldn't eat those at all, I'm afraid. Katie likes garlic. Look, Katie likes garlic. I'm glad to see. There you are. Kevin says, do it in the oven. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Roy says some consumers are sensitive to Quorn products, resulting in vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, hives, potentially fatal anaphylactic reactions. Most people have gone to emergency rooms for treatment of Quorn-related reactions. In 2013, an 11-year-old boy who had asthma died after eating a Quorn turkey burger. Is that right? Well, it don't seem to affect me at all. I ate loads of it, dear. I ate loads of that stuff. It's just a mushroom project, isn't it? As far as I know. Morning to Right Side Up. Joining us on Vaughan Live in Canada. -5 degrees there. Well, don't send it over here. We got lovely weather here at the moment, I'm afraid. Sorry, you can't have any of our sunshine. Bring me sunshine. Bring me smiles. Tony, has anyone got bad experience with Amazon online orders? Got to tell you, Tony, I've never, ever had a problem with Amazon online orders, except for the fact that they can leave expensive stuff right outside your front door. I had a laptop left outside the front door once. I kid you not. I actually had a laptop left out there, and it had been out there for about 3 hours. Shocking. But apart from that, never, ever had a bad experience with Amazon. There's been a couple of times where I've had to send stuff back because it's not quite what you expected, which is to be expected, I suppose. Jeans. I think there was a pair of jeans once, a few years ago now, and I sent them back twice before I got the right size. Because it wasn't, I think I ordered size 34, and one lot I couldn't do up, and the next lot I couldn't do up. But there was no problem sending them back at all. Yeah, and I learnt then, you don't buy jeans off the internet. You've got to go into a shop and try the damn things on and buy them in there. So, no problem at all. Joyce, good morning, Joyce Ridgely. Morning. Who loves garlic. Good for you, but not for kissing. No, Joyce. Have you had one of those lately, Joyce? You know, one of those kisses. Have you? You lucky lady. Michael, you can kiss me any time you want. Any time you want, Michael. We have one of those. Will it be private, Michael? I'm not too keen on people snogging their faces off each other in bars. Are you? Unless there's a dark corner. A very, very dark corner. Hello to Gary Davidson. Welcome, Gary. Merlin, mint is no good as garlic smell comes out your skin. Oh, does it? I did wonder what that was. The entire house has got a strange smell to it at the moment. I've tried lighting those smelly candles, but they're not having any effect at all, Merlin. In fact, sometimes I'm a little bit worried to breathe out and turn a light switch on at the same time in case the spark creates an explosion, dear. Katie says it's beautiful where she is at the moment. I'm glad it's beautiful here as well. Kevin says garlic is good for you. A lot of people say garlic is very good for clearing the blood, don't they? Or cleansing the blood. Roy's allergic to mushrooms. Go and have some then and let's see what happens. Roy, can you do us a favour? Have some mushrooms and video yourself eating them. We want to see what happens. Can you do that? Send it to me and I'll stick it on YouTube. See if I get any more viewers. I bet you'll get more viewers of a video of you eating mushrooms than having some sort of terrible allergic reaction then I get to these chat shows. I bet you. You'll have millions of viewers, more than Martin does. People like to see someone having problems, don't they? That's what they have. I have a problem most of the time. I really do. Tony had one of his parcels given to someone else. And now that's funny you should say that, Tony. When I was around my mate's house last night, okay, he had 3 parcels there from Amazon. I said, what are they? He said, they're not for me. They just arrived at my front door. Is that strange? So perhaps people do have a bit of a problem with Amazon. I don't know. I've never, ever had a problem with Amazon at all, I must admit. No. Katie's never shopped on Amazon. Good on you, Katie. I like that word, snog. It's a nice word, isn't it? It's not offensive at all, is it? Do you know what I mean? There are certain words that are offensive. Murder, that sounds awful. Certain words have a really horrible ring to them. Murder. And the worst one out of all of them, and this is not a discussion on whether or not you agree with it or not, okay? One of the worst words, abortion. That just sounds awful, doesn't it? Abortion. I hate that word. Certain other words have nasty... What other words do you think have a really nasty ring to them? Type them there and let's see what you think, boys and girls, okay? Garlic is good for dogs. Fleas. Well, I heard the best way to get rid of fleas is to cover yourself in sugar, right? Because what happens, then the fleas bite you and the teeth all rot very quickly because they're always, and they can't bite you anymore. I don't know if that's true or not. Come on, Roy, get the camera going. Let's see you eating some mushrooms. Okay, let's have a look here. Right side up says Amazon in Canada. No problem, except the post office destroys the packages by the time they arrive. Oh, do they really? We don't have that problem here. I've got to say the post office are really good. I don't think I've ever had a damaged parcel. Never. Never. I think once, if I remember once, there was a sticker on one of my parcels from the Royal Mail, and it said, this parcel has arrived to us damaged. Please check the contents carefully. They actually put a sticker on it saying that. But apart from that, I don't remember any of my parcels ever being damaged. They're pretty good at it. Right side up, again, in Canada says, one was so wet the box was a mess of unrecognisable cardboard. No, can't honestly say I've ever had a wet box arrived. I've had a wet bed, but it's a few years ago now, you know. I think you wet your bed when you're young, then it's all right, and then it starts again when you're older. Is that right? Who's old? Anyone old there? I'm not mentioning any names. No, don't worry. I can hear you worried now that I'm going to mention your name, and I'm not. I'm not. Not even when I'm cleaning the windows. Never in 1,000 years. John, is that the way you kiss Chris? I'm not surprised you haven't snogged in years. Well, how do you kiss it? I bet you're a boring kisser, aren't you, John? You know, is that it? How boring is that? Give us a kiss. Is that it? No, you want to go for the whole thing. Go for the kiss properly, please. Good morning, Joyce. Who's worried about my calendar? Is it Judge Judy? No, it's not Judge Judy. It's Barry Manilow, dear. Only the biggest, the best entertainer this world has ever seen. It's Barry Manilow. It's not Judge Judy. Judge Judy? Can you see it properly? Is it a bit blurred on your... You need a new telly, Joyce. It's Judge Judy. God. Tony says, are we old? No. 55 isn't old. What are you, Tony? About 63? You don't look 63, though, Tony. You're so lucky, darling. Some people who might be watching this show at the moment are also older than us, Tony. No names mentioned. I wouldn't do that at all. Wouldn't do that at all. Good. Now, where are we? Where was I at? That's it. So that was Monday night. And as I say, yesterday I went out and I was videoing the little clips. I spent a lot of time yesterday videoing the little clips for the new Bracknell opening video. You know, that's the 5-minute video you see before the show starts. I often talk about this because people say, why have you got that 5-minute opening video? Why don't you just start? Because if I was to just start, then it takes a while for people to join. Do you see what I mean? And you can sit here for a few minutes just talking to yourself, and there might be something, you know, there might just be something in the show at some point that might be of interest to someone. And if you click on after I've been chatting for 5 minutes, that item of interest might have gone and you would have missed it. That's why there's a 5-minute opening video. So I start the video and then people get their notifications. Some people join us, you know, just a few seconds before we start. But it gives you a chance to say, right, okay, the show started in 5 minutes. And then you know. Do you see what I mean? To sort of get people together for us. Right side up says, adult diapers are expensive. Don't need them yet. But sad to say, deja vu tells me I will. Adult diapers. You know, there's some people wear those anyway as a sort of thrill thing. They do. I know a club. No, I don't go to it myself. No, I don't. I know a club where people dress up in baby clothes. I kid you not. And it's not far from where I work. There is a club that people dress up in baby clothes. It's very, very strange. Very strange. cold and mysterious. Not me. Sometimes I wear Speedos, you know, only in the mirror for my own benefit. I would never wear them out. I'm not one of those fat middle-aged... Well, I am a bit fat. I'm a bit middle-aged. But I wouldn't wear Speedos in the public swimming pools like some of the old gits do. What do they look like? Them and cycling shorts. Fat people, about my size, okay, about my age, who don't wear shorts, they wear Speedos and cycling shorts. And it's awful. Why do they do it? I don't know. A diva always needs to make an entrance. You're absolutely right, Kayla. They do. They do. Barry Manilow has finally come out of the closet. Oh, that was ages ago. How these women didn't know that Barry Manilow was gay, I do not know. I mean, you wouldn't know I was gay unless I told you, would you? You wouldn't, be honest. I'm straight acting, that's me. Absolutely straight. Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, come on then. You coming, you starting. Yeah, we're going down to the match tonight, innit? Yeah, we're going down to the match. Straight acting, that's me. You wouldn't know. How the ladies... You know, when Barry Manilow, if you've been to one of his concerts, he comes on the stage, starts doing It's a Miracle, and then does twirls on the stage. Twirls. You never saw Elvis doing twirls. Neil Diamond doesn't do twirls, does he? Huh? Frank Sinatra never came on the stage and did a twirl. Dean Martin didn't. Sammy Davis Jr.? Not sure. But Barry Manilow, he comes on, he does a couple of twirls. Oh, is he gay? Oh, I never knew. No, why didn't he tell us? Kayla, okay, bro, why you gotta be straight acting? Just be Chris acting. Roy says, do I wear women's panties? No, I don't. I don't wear women's clothes. I was told that I'd make a good drag queen several times, but I never went along that line. Good luck to Tony teaming up with the legendary Eurovision winner Anne-Marie David. You and I, we have a dream to fly. Wonderful dream, beautiful dream. Don't let it fly. I do that at karaoke. I've got that at karaoke, Tony. About time you come along to my karaoke at Central Station. Why have you never been? Why have you never been? All right, Kayla. Good. Where are we now? So I went out and did my video. Then I had my haircut. £10. Well, £10 and 10 pence with the tip, you know. No, actually, I give good tips. So it was £10 haircut. I gave the boy 13 quid. Cycled to and from the Wokingham, which is about a 25-minute cycle there, 25 minutes back. And as I say, a beautiful day yesterday. Absolutely stunning. And here we are, just coming up to the third week in November now. But I gather it's going to get cold again next week. I mean, all the papers are saying, oh, first snow of the year, we are to be hit by Arctic breeze. And then you go into the story and it says, you know, top of Scotland. Nowhere near here. Nowhere near here. So I'll have to put the heating on in my caravan again, won't I? Martin came out of hospital yesterday. Martin, if you didn't know, is my sister's husband. My brother-in-law. He's been in hospital for a few nights. Probably very glad to get out of there. I was sent a picture of his meals, actually, one of his meals. Let me see if I've got it here. Yes, here it is. Look at this. One of Martin's, this was Sunday's roast dinner that they got in the hospital. Look. That is Sunday's dinner. Isn't that awful? Now, admittedly, he did ask not to have roast potatoes because he's on the carb-free diet. They make me laugh. Him and my sister, they're on this carb-free diet. But they don't stick to it. Now and again, we go out, we'll just have chips today. Or we'll just have a kebab. I've got just one slice of bread. Well, it don't work like that. You're either on the carb-free diet or you're not. It's like me. My weight has been increasing slowly over the last few weeks. Not good. Then it goes down a bit again, then it starts going up again. Because I'm not sticking to my Slimming World plan. Very bad. I mean, I could get back down there by Christmas if I tried really hard. Mind you, after last night was a disaster last night. But I'll come to that in a minute. Kaylee, I'd rather eat my own arm off before I eat that. Oh, no, don't. Rats do that, don't they? Rats, they chew off their own legs if they get stuck somewhere. Try that, Kayla. So, can you do that? That's 2 videos. We've got Roy. We want to see Roy eating some mushrooms. And Kayla, I want to see you eating one of your own legs. See how that works. He was probably hungry after that, Katie. You're right. Oh, dear. So Martin's out. George, great nephew George, he's 6. He's got tonsillitis at the moment, bless his heart. And my niece was telling me that on the phone last night. And I said, well, get them out, dear. I had mine ripped out of my head when I was about 8 years old. Get them out. They don't take them out anymore, though, do they, tonsils? I said to my niece, oh, you can do DIY, dear. Just give him a glass of whiskey or something, get the old scissors out and cut them off yourself. Save all the hassle of having to go to hospital, wouldn't it? Get them DIY tonsil removal. Is there a YouTube video on that? I will check that out. I'll go round and help her. Poor little George, bless his heart. 6 years old he is. Tonsillitis. Then I went for a swim last night. And because I went in the swimming pool, after that I had a choice of either going to my mate's house. This would have been about 9:45 at night. He's the one with a bad chest, Ronnie. Or coming home and doing my proper dinner. You know, which would have been a couple of Linda McCartney burgers, some baked beans and some mashed potato. That is a good meal for someone on Slimmers World. There's no sins in that. Slimming World is it's all about sins, not calories. And certain foods are sin-free. Mashed potato done with water or no water at all. No butter, no oil, nothing other than water. If you're using the smash, for example, mashed potato, baked beans, Linda McCartney burgers are all completely sin-free. You can eat those, and they don't count as your allowance. So the idea is you eat as sin-free as possible. So I could have had that, but I wanted to see my mate last night. So I rang him up. I said, look, I'm really hungry now. You're going to have to order a pizza from Domino's, and I'll give you the money. So I got there, so I ordered a pizza. And I said, go on, get a little bit of garlic bread as well then. So, and this pizza arrived. Oh, my God, it was massive. This pizza was massive. Now, I don't usually buy from Domino's because they're so blooming expensive. It's unbelievable. They're really expensive. But on a Tuesday, it's 2 for 1. So it comes down to a more reasonable price. I never forget the time me and my mate, we went to Pizza Express in Islington about 8 years ago. And we had lunch. You know, we had a couple of... I don't know, did we have a starter? I don't think so. We had 2 pizzas, 2 puddings, a couple of drinks, as in soft drinks, no alcohol. Soft drinks, I think I might have had a cup of tea as well. And it came to nearly 50 quid. We never went back. 50 quid for a lunch? Are you for real? For a couple of pizzas? It's not like it's afternoon tea at the Mandarin Oriental, is it? For that, you're going to pay 80 quid each. But then, you know, and yes, it is only sandwiches, and it's tea, and it's a glass of champagne, and it's cakes, as much as you can eat. By the time you leave, and I've done this, see, we've done this, we've done to the Mandarin Oriental for afternoon tea, a highly recommended afternoon out if you ever come to London. Please, please try it. Get the money together. Spend the money and and don't go in jeans and blooming t-shirt either. Dress up. Go to the Mandarin Oriental for afternoon tea. You will be spoilt rotten. And when you pay 80 quid, or whatever it was, I think it was about 80 quid each, and you go in there and you have your afternoon tea and you look around and you see what's going on around you and the service, you can understand why it's 80 quid. What I don't understand is why it's 50 quid for 2 people to have a lunch in a Pizza Express. You understand? There's a huge difference. Huge difference. I didn't see any gold at all at the Pizza Express. Or flowers. Opulence. Opulence, dear. We love it. We absolutely love it. So the pizza arrived. We had that. I was absolutely stuffed after that. I got to tell you, it was a lovely pizza. I do like the Domino's pizzas. What I don't like is the full price of them. It's astounding price. You can go to Aldi and get lovely pizzas. I think they were doing 3 in a box for like 5 quid at some point. And they were really nice. Really nice down at the Aldi. Then we watched, while we were having that, we watched Holby City. Anyone watch Holby City? My God, it was the best episode ever last night. It had me on the edge of my seat. The best ever episode of Holby City. If you watch it, and you saw it last night, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. If you haven't watched it before, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you did, I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I did. It was the best ever episode. And it's been going on for years, Holby City. Basically, this mad doctor who's been experimenting on people who have been dying eventually got caught. And the story has been going on for months. And it ends. Oh, well, you might not have watched it yet. Okay, I won't tell you what happens. I won't tell you what happens, but it's really good. Holby City last night on BBC One Colour, now available on the BBC iPlayer. Yes, indeed. Let me have a look here. That's how far back do we want to go? Cely, my legs are too big. I gave a new meaning to thick thighs. I'm on the seafood diet. What you see and you eat. Kayla, it don't matter. As long as you're happy with how you look, that's fine. It's when people are not happy and how they look, then I say to them, well, do something about it. You know, if you're happy, it doesn't matter what you look like. It really doesn't. Really doesn't matter what you look like. If you're happy, then that's it. Good. Kayla, here 2 medium pizzas for $5.99 each from Domino's. Is that all they are there? Must be. It's just this country. We get ripped off in this country. Something chronic. We really do. Tony, £80 for a cup of tea and a ginger nut biscuit. Daylight robbery, Chris. No, how would you know, Tony? Tony, take yourself or take a nice young man to the Mandarin Oriental for afternoon tea, and I guarantee you will. Well, there we go. You will enjoy it. Don't cuss it down until you've been and tried it, Tony. Go and spend some of that money you've got. Another tight bastard, honestly. Spend some of the money, dear. Dear me. Hey, Roy doesn't get it either. Look, £80, he must be loaded. Addy would have cost £2. No, you don't get it, do you? How will you know until you go? You don't know. There is a video of us at the Mandarin Oriental. There is. Do you want me to see which one it was? You can find it on YouTube. We did do a video when me and my mate went there. Right side up said, I would have thought you was a ladies' man. Thought you could charm them out of their knickers. Oh, stop that now. Stop that. No rudeness on the programme, please. They shaped food into a large LO for leftovers. Now, let's see if I can find this. Mandarin, let's try it. Oriental United Kingdom Talk. Let's try that. Let's see if that brings it up. Oh, that's not brought it up, has it? I've got really itchy nose. Is it Mandarin? How do you spell that? Mandarin. Mandarin Oriental United Kingdom Talk. I don't know where that is. No, I'm not going to find that. I don't know what the date of that was. It was around this time last year. Maybe if I do afternoon tea. Let's try that. Afternoon tea. Then you can look and you'll understand why it's so expensive. No, not that one. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that's not afternoon tea. In Buckinghamshire. What's that one? Coworth Park. No, that's not it. Oh. Afternoon tea. Maybe London. Type in London. No, I'm not going to find that, am I? Oh, how disappointing. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Afternoon tea. Nope, can't find it, I'm afraid. But it's there somewhere. Mandarin Oriental afternoon tea. Tony said, I will not spend £80 on a cup of tea. What is the tea made of? Gold leaves? It's not the tea, is it, Tony? It's the whole experience. That's okay. You miss out. If you don't want to spend it, that's fine by me. You go and buy another plastic part for your motorbike, which will probably cost you about £800 or something like that, wouldn't it? Katie Ann Patterson, $4 for a cup of coffee. Oh, I don't like coffee, to be honest. I'm not a fan of coffee, Really not a fan of coffee at all. Let's have a look there. So that was it, really. That was my date yesterday. Tonight, I'm going to the Radio London Soul Night Out. So I'm looking... Oh, I've just hurt my foot again. Oh, I've got a tendon problem at the back of one of my feet. Tonight, I'm going to the BBC Radio London Soul Night Out at Coco's in Camden Town. So I've got to be at the train station. I'm not going to drive in. That's just a nightmare. Oh, trying to find somewhere to park and getting a ticket and this, that and the other. And it's not worth it. So I'll be getting a train from there. So I'll cycle up. We've got no rain forecast today, so that's good. I'll cycle up to the train station round about 2:30. I'll get the 3 o'clock train into London. I meet up with my friend in Camden at around about 5 o'clock. And then the doors open at Coco's at 6. The show starts at 7. And lots of artists on. I'm going to see Alexander O'Neill. You know, criticise, he sings. And who else? Who else is there? David Grant. Do you know David Grant? Could it be I'm falling in love? He did that one with Jackie Graham. Now, I'm hoping, although they haven't mentioned it, that Jackie Graham's going to be there as well. I've got my camera, so I'll do a nice video for you, hopefully. And that will be shown possibly tomorrow morning. So David Grant's going to be there. I'm hoping Jackie Graham's going to appear. David Grant hasn't been on a stage for about 14 years now. So that'll be interesting. We've got The Real Thing. You to me are everything. The sweetest song that I could sing. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Who were there actually last year. And they were very, very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. So I'm looking forward to that. Tony used to... Oh, you was a chef at the Cafe Royale. Oh, I've been there, Tony. I went there. My nan... years ago, won the Daily Mirror bingo. £145,000. Yeah, well, she did. And we went to the Cafe Royal and we met Ted Rogers, you know, 321. He was there as well. Oh, it was hilarious. So we're sitting there having our dinner and this bloke walks in and I knew it was straight away. And my nan, she's not here anymore, unfortunately. My nan pricked her nose up and she's like, who's that then? She didn't know who it was. She didn't know it was hilarious. It's not bad, is it? £145,000 for playing that. Good morning to... let's have a look there. Sorry. Oh, where are we? Claridge's for afternoon tea. John's been there. I haven't tried that one yet, John. That's on the list, though. That's on the list, Claridge's. I believe that's even more expensive than the Mandarin Oriental, but, you know, it's something there to try. John went with Steve Allen, what, from LBC? I didn't know you knew Steve, John. Is that a fact? You know Steve Allen? Oh, how blooming wonderful. He is probably my top talk show host. I don't get to listen to him. I used to love it when he did overnights, you see. I never used to miss a show. Now he's on at like 4 in the morning now. Sometimes I catch the podcast, but that's about all because I'm not around at that time, you see. Good morning to Bigger Lad, who said, I've just convinced my mum I don't have to go to school because juniors have acts. She said, if she found out if I was lying, she'd ground me. He's shaking in his shoes. You must go to school, Mr. Bigger Lad. Get down to that school. I didn't know Tony was a qualified chef. Well, bring in some apple pies then. Where's the apple pies, dear? Thank you. Don't get some of those. Okay, that's it then. Let's have a look there. So that's it. That's my day. Looking forward to the Soul Night Out at Club Coco's and Radio London. What's the time? Oh, 10:20. We're nearly out of time here. Just a couple of items of news stories, and we'll do the birthdays from yesterday and today as well. Herd of cows. Check this out in the Daily Mirror this morning. Talk about being walked all over. Well, a strange tradition for religious devotees in India sees dozens of men volunteering to throw themselves in front of a herd of cows. As cows are seen as sacred beasts in India, these men believe it will bring them good luck. There's a video, so have a look on the Daily Mirror website this morning. Go on the Daily Mirror website and click on Weird News, which is at the top, and you'll be able to find that. The footage captured in Ujjain in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh sees huge crowds looking on as men lie down to await the herd trampling over them. I mean, I don't mind a cat walking over me, or even a dog, but a cow? God's sake. The ritual is to mark the Ayodeji soon after the day of the Hindu festival of Diwali. Oh, that's the light thing, isn't it, when they put the lights outside? The cows are decorated with garlands and henna, and then the ritual of tramping over the men takes place. Many people are injured. Well, I should think they are. Great big fat things like that walking all over you. Mind you, some of you with big husbands and wives. Many people are injured in this ceremony. However, the belief is that they can be healed. It is also believed that it could bring prosperity and wealth to participants, their family and the local area. The typical weight of a cow in India is 137 kilos. Oh, well, I know people who are heavier than that. 137 kilos, that's nothing. Do you let a cow walk all over you? I think I'll think about that one, okay? Bigger Lad says it sounds like getting your skull cracked open by a hoof. Do be careful. Ouch, says Katie. Yeah, ouch, too right and all. Awful. And another one here. One more story. I love this. I love this. A man, again in the Daily Mirror, flight attendants have to deal with quite a lot of unusual and awkward situations in their job. Being stuck in a confined space with a bunch of strangers thousands of miles up in the air is no easy feat. And let's not forget, they have to smile and be nice to each and every person while serving them. Tea or coffee, chicken or beef, up and down the aisles they go, don't they? Sometimes it gets too much for them, especially if one passenger really gets on their nerves. This was the case for an air hostess recently after a customer complained about their seat. An image from a flight to Japan has gone viral on social media after a man kicked up a fuss about his window seat, which didn't actually include a window, just a blank cabin wall. According to reports, the seat wasn't aligned with the window, which is sometimes the case on commercial flights, despite him paying more for the view. The unnamed man is said to have demanded to be moved to another row, but it turned out there was nowhere the flight attendant could move him to. Oh, it's horrible when you get on a full plane, isn't it? Oh, it's so many people. But after listening to the customer complain for a while, the attendant came up with a hilarious solution. According to Japanese Twitter, a user who shared the whole thing online, the flight attendant went away and came back with a piece of paper which they then proceeded to tape to the blank wall. On the piece of paper, she had roughly drawn a window showing some clouds and the sea. An image of the picture was shared online, where it's since garnered over 7,800 shares. According to a translation of the Twitter thread, one person said they thought it was really clever. Another commented, great thinking by the attendant. Yeah, that'll stop the moaning minis, won't it? But they're always moaning all the time, aren't they? I'm glad I'm not a moaner myself, as you well know. I'm not a moaner myself. Good. Thank you, Tony. I'll have a nice time today. Right, let's have a look here at our birthdays. It's birthday time, boys and girls. Birthday time. Happy birthday today to the delightful Dukey Chrissy boy. Good morning, Chris. You must be about 38, 39 now, I'm guessing. So happy birthday to Dukey, Chris. Chris Tuhoy, good morning to you. Happy birthday to you. Paul Stone today. Lovely person. Victoria Sponge is his drag queen name. He is today 113 years old. Don't you look every year of it, Paul. Happy birthday to you, Paul. Okay. Tammy Brenton Blair is 35 years old today on this Wednesday afternoon. William Miller. Good morning, William. William Miller. Happy birthday to you. Joanna Hill today, 49 years old today. Cely Velasquez de Thompson is 67 years old today. Good morning to you. Sean Reed, long time no see, Sean. Happy birthday to you. Danny Cowan who is one of the voices behind the Channel 4 or E4 announcements, you know, and now on E4. He's the one with the thick Irish accent. Lovely chap. Happy birthday, Danny. Chris War. Good morning, Chris. Happy birthday to you. Liam Tiger Corns. Happy birthday to you, Liam. Ayodeji. Babe. Bade. I think I got your name right there. A big happy birthday to you on this Wednesday. As we weren't here yesterday, we'll do yesterday's birthdays as well, boys and girls. Let's have a look here. For you, Kondor Wench, 71 years old yesterday. Rita Wench, 22 years old today. Is that your daughter? Are you related there? Maybe? I don't know. David Jackson yesterday was 28 years old. Nabil Romy. Good morning, Nabil. Happy birthday to you for yesterday. Cyfen Leon Cox was 37 years old yesterday, raising money for the Terence Higgins Trust. And Jason Alexander, very, very good friend of mine, who I worked with in two places for many, many years, both the Black Cap and also the place in Clapham as well. Happy birthday to you for yesterday, Jason. Sorry I didn't do it yesterday. I wasn't here. I was, I was here, but doing other things. So happy birthday to you for yesterday, all right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Katie wants to know, are these people random? No, they're on my Facebook friends list. If you're one of my Facebook friends, then your birthday will come up in front of me on the day I'm doing the show. I can also go back one day or forward several days. But if I miss two shows, I can't go back to that second one. It's not possible to do that without going on calendars and all that mucking around. So that's how that works, Katie, okay? So if you're a Facebook friend of mine, then it will come up automatically. If you're not a Facebook, you don't want to be a Facebook friend, but you just want to do a follow or something, and your birthday is coming up, or anyone who's got a friend whose birthday and you want that read out, then just send us a little private message and I'm happy to do that for you. Okay. Roy says, my ex is such a cow. I moved out. I moved out after she had milked my bank account the other year. I love it. There we are. And Right Side Up says, on the subject of the cows, a hoof in the head will smarten them up. I certainly hope so as well. That's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us. I shall get myself ready. I might try and get a swim in as well today. I think I'll try and go swimming. I need to brush my teeth. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I need another cup of tea. I need to have my pills. I need to brush my teeth and go up the swimming pool and go to the Radio London Soul Night out tonight. Very, very exciting. Have a lovely day, boys and girls. Enjoy your Wednesday. It's another beautiful day up there. And I'll see you again, hopefully, at some time tomorrow morning, around about 9:30, I think, tomorrow morning, right? Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.